of Germany. Today's special guests are Liesl Memminger. Hi. Hi. Max Vandenberg. Hey. Hi. And Hans Zimmerman.
Hi, Papa.
Hi. How you doing?
Let's sit down.
So, are you ready for some
Our
questions?
first question is for Liesl. How would you describe your experience of your mother and brother leaving you and having to adapt to and trust new people?
Okay, so it was very hard when my mom left me because I thought that she didn't love me. Your mom left you and you
When my brother died, it was really hard for me because I felt alone. I already knew that I was going to have foster parents, and I felt that I had no friend, no company. And when I arrived, I was kind of scared and I was shy. At first, I didn't want to take a bath. I felt uncomfortable. Papa was really nice with me, but my mama always told me so much and so curl. So I felt bad, but right now I really love them.
Our next question is for Max. How would you describe your experience as a Jew in Germany?
Well, being a Jew in Germany isn't easy. Everybody thinks that you're just something bad that happened. Like, you're a black in a white painting. Everybody thinks that you are a fail to society, that you don't belong in society. So, Jews go through a lot, especially when they go to the streets because they get abused and sometimes even killed. So no, it isn't easy to be a Jew.
And how's your experience?
My experience, well, I've been bothered a lot. I've been hit a lot just for being a Jew, and that it's not easy for me. It's bad.
So, Liesl, what does reading mean to you? What is your favorite book?
Reading makes me free. Before I came here to Himmel Street, I didn't know how to read, and Papa showed me also in school. And right now, I feel it's one of the most important things and one of the things that I like the most. My favorite books. Well, I don't have a favorite book, but for example, the Gravedigger's Handbook. It reminds me of my brother, of my mother. The Sign of a Man, it symbolizes Max's love and care for me. So each book has a different meaning in my life.
Why do you think people wanted you to read during the air raids or the bombings?
I think people wanted me to read to them in the basement because they were scared, and hearing the story was like an escape from reality. It made them free. They felt relaxed. Also, it was they got distracted. They didn't pay attention in that moment to what was happening. So I think it was basically a distraction.
Do you have any book that you would like to read to them, presented with the opportunity to?
Yeah, well, last time I read to them, I read their Dream Carrier, and they really liked it. But right now, I think I will read to them the Whistler because since it was about a serial killer that killed many people and people suffered, I think some of them could relate to that story with what Hitler is doing to the Jews and to what the war is doing to Germany. So I think they would like it.
Now, a question for Hans. How does it feel to be responsible for two unknown people living in your house?
It feels like a great responsibility to have two unknown people in my house because one of them is a Jew and the other one is just a kid. The Jew his dad saved my life once, so I owe him everything. And the kid, because her brother died, and she was left alone because her mother couldn't support her, so she gave her away.
So, Hans, last question. Why are you willing to risk the lives of everyone in your family to save Max, whose father saved your life?
His father saved my life, so I owe him everything I have. If it wouldn't have been for him, this family that I have built in these past years wouldn't have been made.
How do you feel about Hitler, and why do you feel that way?
Well, Hitler, for once, he made everybody in Germany believe that Jews are bad. So that definitely had a big impact on my life since, well, everybody was discriminating us and making us feel bad. Hitler was the one that made all the Jews suffer, so I don't really appreciate him in any way. I often daydream or dream about me fighting him and me winning, but then he uses his powers in words to defeat me.
So deep.
Sí.
Bravo. La siguiente.
Yes, solo tomo
So,
un
yeah,
take.
how do you feel about Rosa?
Well, I must say that at the beginning, Rosa and I, we didn't get along so well. But then, since the day that Max came home, that he got sick, and we were all worried, that day in school when she went and looked for me and told me that he was fine, from that moment I felt that our relationship was getting closer. Most people think that she doesn't have a heart because she's always insulting people, but I know she really does. She has a bigger heart than everybody would ever think, and she's a really nice person. If you see her at night with the accordion, and you see her feeding the Jew, Max, she has a heart and she loves a few people, but she does.
Max, did people treat you differently when you were a kid as compared to now?
Well, people before treated me like I was a real person that actually mattered. They still call me Jew and bothered me here and there, but not as bad as now. Because before, when I was a kid, discrimination wasn't as bad as it is now. So I can certainly tell the difference between back then and now, because Hitler has obviously made everybody think that we Jews are a bad effect on humanity.
One more question. How has Liesl changed your life?
Well, Liesl has shaped my life in many ways. First of all, she gave me a reason to wake up every day and feel happy. She was the one that told me the weather forecast every day, the one that made my skies blue. She was the person that was there when nobody else was. Liesl has changed my life in many, many ways, in good ways. She's like another sister to me. She has been there, and she has helped me every step of the way.
And also, my first gift from Max was a Stannover man, which I still keep in my room as a memory of my special friendship with him.
I remember when she gave me her 13 gifts, and I will never forget about them, because that's a token of her love for me, and I will never forget it.
All right, very nice. Thank you for joining us today. Guys, Hans, Liesl, and Max. Thank you!
Redinger.
Hi, good morning.
Max Vandenberg.
Lol. It's really hard. Everyone keeps trying to kill us, so it's hard for us to, live.
Before I came here to Himmel Street, I did. So